Hi, my name is Jayla Palmer, and welcome to my TED Talk. So, how does chronic stress impact different systems in your body? Think about both immediate and long term effects. So, chronic stress is something that most of us have probably dealt with at some point in our life, whether it's from school, family issues, or just the pressure to get everything done. At first, stress can make you feel super alert, like when you're about to take an important test or do a big presentation. Sometimes your heart starts beating fast, like it's beating out your chest, and you feel like you're in fight or flight mode. This is your body's way of preparing to take on something difficult. But the problem is when the stress sticks around for too long, it starts taking a toll on your body. So you may not notice it right away, but eventually stress can lead to things like stomach aches, headaches, or even make you feel more tired than usual. Your immune system weakens, which means you're more likely to get sick. So over time, it could lead to more serious health problems such as anxiety or depression or even heart disease. It's like our body just starts to wear out from carrying all that stress. If you're stressed out or if you're stressed out, it might make you more impatient, snappy, or even more emotional. So for an example, if you're having a bad day and someone asks you a simple question, you might snap at them. Even though they didn't mean any harm, it's the stress making your reactions bigger than they would be otherwise. So stress doesn't just affect your health, it also affects the way you interact with people, the way you see things, and the way you handle situations. It can make you feel like you're on edge all the time. What biological mechanisms underlie empathy and how does it relate to human behavior? So, empathy, on the other hand, is how we understand and connect with others, and it's something that happens naturally for most people. But it's not always easy to feel for someone else when you're stressed out or caught up in your own world. It's when you see someone going through something difficult and you feel that deep connection, like a friend of yours lost a loved one, and it's like you can almost feel their pain. For me, I remember watching Avengers and Iron Man had died, and I remember shedding a tear in that movie theater, and it's like I was in the movie, like I felt what the other characters were feeling. Um, so that's our brain. That feeling is driven by something in our brain that makes us mirror these emotions of others. It's almost like we catch their feelings. Um, have you ever been in a room full of people laughing and then suddenly you're laughing too, even though you didn't hear the joke? So that's kind of how empathy works. It's that invisible thread that connects us to each other. Empathy is what helps us build strong relationships. When someone is hurting or upset, you can feel that connection. It makes you want to help them. The role of empathy can be seen in every type of relationship. So think about the last time you helped a friend through a tough situation. Maybe you sat with them when they were sad, listened to their concerns, or offered advice. That's empathy in action. You can sense their feelings, so it encourages you to do something kind, whether it's giving a hug, offering words of encouragement, or just being there. In the same way, when someone shows empathy towards you, it can make you feel heard and understood, which can make all the difference in tough times. How do hormones influence social behavior, and how does social behavior influence hormones? So when we talk about hormones, it's interesting to see how they impact our behavior. You might not realize it, but the way you feel around others can often be tied to the hormones that are flowing through your body. So for an example, when you're spending time with people you trust, like close friends or family, your body releases oxytocin. That's the bonding hormone. It makes you feel relaxed, connected, and like you belong. It's that warm feeling you get when you're around people who make you feel safe. On the flip side, stress can trigger the stress hormone, which is cortisol. When that happens, it makes you feel more defensive, anxious, or even aggressive. So, have you ever been in an argument with someone and you're both super stressed and it just escalates? So that's an example of cortisol doing its thing. This back and forth between social interactions and hormones is the perfect example of how deeply our biology and relationships are tied. The people you surround yourself with can directly influence how your body reacts to stress. If you're around positive, supportive people, you're more likely to feel calm, connecting, and stress levels go down. But if you're around people who cause drama or bring you down and just always negative, your stress hormones rise and you might feel more anxious or irritated. So it's not just about your own stress. Think about how someone else's bad mood can affect you. Another example would be if you walk into a room where everyone is tense or upset, you could feel it almost immediately. It's not just the words being spoken, it's the body language. So like the vibe in the air, that's the power of empathy and hormones at work. You might feel yourself feeling on edge just because the people around you are, but the opposite is true too. If you're in a room full of happy, supportive people, their positive energy can help lift your mood, even if you're having a tough day. It's like this unspoken exchange that happens between people all the time. So, how does understanding the biological basis of behavior help us better understand understand ourselves and others? Oh, I need to slow down. Okay. So, understanding how all this works can help you handle situations better, especially when it comes to dealing with stress or supporting the people around you. If you know that stress can make someone act more irritated, you can be more patient with them instead of taking their bad mood personally. You can also learn to take care of your own mental health by surrounding yourself with positive people, finding ways to relax, and managing stress in healthy ways. And thank you for tuning in to my TED Talk.